Hey, what's up guys? Sloth King here. Today I'm going to show you how to eliminate any squeaks and squeals that are coming from your newly installed brake pads. So let's get right into this. So I'm working on this 2009 Ford Mustang, and recently I replaced the rotors and brake pads. I lubricated everything, and I'm getting a constant squeal whenever coming to a slow stop. It's really aggravating, and one of the things that can actually solve this problem that I completely forgot about is a certain type of brake hardware. So one of the lines by let's just say CARLSON, they sell it. Their line is called QuietGlide, and the hardware right here, you'll see that they're not just stainless steel, they're black. They're coated. One side has rubber, which faces down onto the caliper bracket, and that reduces any kind of vibrations and noise that would be transferred into your pad, thus causing a squeal or chirp or whatever you want to call it. And then the top part is a PTFE coating, which reduces friction greatly. So it'll allow the pads to constantly slide back and forth without causing any friction. The more friction you have, the more chances that you will develop a type of squeal because the brake pad will kind of jitter. So, three things that you should do. If you're getting a constant squeal, you can slap these things on. Make sure that you have the back of your brake pads properly lubricated with some brake pad grease. And you want to lubricate the ears a little bit on the pads, or the sliding component on here. Just put a little bit of that grease on there, and yeah, that should solve your problem. I already greased this whole thing up. I also used some CRC disc brake quiet lubricant, and what it does, if you look at the back of this pad, this metal piece right here, this is a shim, and you put that CRC disc brake quiet underneath it, you let it tack up, and then you put this on it, and then it will eliminate any weird vibrations that are coming through the pad, kind of like the rubber that's on this shim. So I'm going to show you how to install it. It's really simple. It's just like installing any other hardware. So let's get right to it. So in this case, we are going to unbolt the top of the caliper as per usual. All right, we're going to lift the top part of the caliper up and out. We're just going to rest it on top there. If you have a hanger, I definitely recommend hanging it. Don't let it just fall. Next, we're going to take off our pads. And then this hardware part, if you can see right here, this is what we're going to take off. That pops right off there. And then there's one on top, pops right off as well. So the new one, before we put this on, we're going to just wipe it off. If there's any grime on it, put some brake parts cleaner on it and scrub it off. Don't forget the top. All right, next simple part. We are going to put this shim on just as per usual. Make sure you put it on just like you did the old one. You'll hear it snap in. Hopefully that picked it up. If it did not, you'll hear like a little click. Same thing for the top. If you notice, you'll see the rubber. The rubber faces the caliper bracket itself. Give it just a little tug. Make sure it's on there secured. We're going to just take a little bit of our grease, just a little bit. A lot of guys prefer not to do this. You don't have to. I prefer having just a little bit on here just in case. All right, there we go. I'm going to re-grease the back of my pad real quick. Do the same thing with the other pad. Also, one more thing to note, make sure your slide pins right here move freely. These ones are moving just fine. Sometimes if they're stuck, it will cause the pad to just constantly make contact with the rotor, and that can also cause glazing, which will cause squealing as well. So make sure that when you're applying these, just move your glide pins or slide pins, and if they move, you're good to go. You don't need to grease them. Now, if they don't move, take them out, clean the inside of here with a brush, clean these off, put a little bit of lubricant on there, put it back in, and make sure that they move freely. And then now we can go ahead and throw our caliper back on, torque it down to the manufacturer's spec. In this case, on this Ford Mustang, it is going to be 35 foot-pounds, and then do the same thing with the other side, and then let's go ahead and take it for a drive. All right, guys, it just so happened to be nighttime now, but we're going for the drive regardless. Here we go. All right, we're about to come up on a stop, and let's see if it does a squeal. No squeal. Coming up on one more stop. No squeal. All right, guys, and as you heard from the video, it completely stopped all the squeals. There's just one tiny one at the very end, but it reduced like 99% of every single time this thing squealed. No matter what, cold brakes, hot brakes, just coming up to a stop. It was like that last little bit, all you heard was and then those shims completely silenced it. It just squeaked one time. But anyway, yeah, completely fixed. I totally recommend to pick them up. Every single brand makes them. I actually picked these up from O'Reilly's today. Pick them up, check them out. They're definitely worth the money. Anyways, if you guys found this video helpful, awesome, glad to hear. Hopefully the shims will make your life so much quieter. And if you guys want to support the channel, you can go ahead and click the link in the description below to my shop. You can pick up one of my t-shirts, one of these hats, and like always, I'll catch you guys on the next ride.